Your Excellency, Mr. Andres Karabakse, Ambassador from Austria, Mr. Professor Helmut Kahn, Excellency, Ambassador of Pameran countries or representative, journalists, this ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Selamat malam, selamat datang di Galeri Nasional Indonesia. Malam ini Galeri Nasional Indonesia bekerja sama dengan Kedutaan Besar Austria menghadirkan pameran karya pelukis Profesor Helmut Kahn. On this rejoicing occasion, we collaborate with the Embassy of Austria in Jakarta to present a solo exhibition of Helmut Kahn and entitled "Coziness in the Labyrinth of Dreams," which will be held from today, April 29 to May 11, 2015. Helmut Kahn is a poet, surrealist, and an artist with colorful artwork. Helmut Kahn is also a traveler who spends some time to live inside Indonesia. He is very familiar with the character and culture of Indonesia. His artwork, therefore, are creative and inspired by the landscape and culture of Indonesia. The diversity of artwork and colors present a special aesthetic experience for art lovers in Indonesia, especially in Jakarta. This exhibition is also hope to give new inspiration in idea for Indonesian artists. This form of cooperation exhibition is able to bring a cultural transfer in understanding and appreciating foreign artists' artwork in Indonesia. This exhibition is also a strategic step to make use of the dynamic bilateral cooperation between Indonesia and Austria, especially in visual art as an embodiment of friendly and continuous relation between both countries. Last but not least, we would like to warmly convey our gratitude to all parties involved in the success of this exhibition. We hope you enjoy this exhibition. Jadi saya harap para pencinta seni, para peminat seni, rekan-rekan pers dan para perupa, mudah-mudahan pameran ini akan memberi inspirasi, bisa meningkatkan daya apresiasi kita untuk mengenali karya-karya Helmut Kahn yang juga mengambil pengalaman selama dia berkunjung ke berbagai negara termasuk ke Indonesia. Jadi karya-karya di sini tentunya akan memberikan semacam perbandingan atau semacam pembelajaran juga bagi para pencinta seni, para perupa, bagaimana karya Helmut Kahn ini bisa menjadi bagian dari perkembangan serupa di Indonesia maupun di internasional. Terima kasih, thank you.
Dear friends of the arts, many wishes I had for my life as an artist, like being able to live off my art, showing my works in fine art galleries and museums, offering a path for eyes and soul to the spectators. One big wish came true tonight, to have a solo exhibition at this renowned and famous National Gallery of Indonesia. For that I'm very grateful. Many thanks to the director of the National Gallery for inviting me here, and to Mrs. Afrani and her excellent team for corresponding, putting up the show and translating my poetical surrealistic titles. Many thanks to His Excellency, the Austrian Ambassador, Dr. Andreas Gerlachek, who intensified and finalized the contracts with the National Gallery and made it possible that the Foreign Ministry of Austria took over the costs of the transportation of the artworks for sending out invitations, spreading publications, and will be giving a special reception to art lovers and very much more. And it was His Excellency who, some years ago, when he was ambassador to Oman, and Muscat was the cultural capital of the Arab world, that he invited me to take part at an exhibition in the palace of Sultan Qaboos. My special thanks go to my dear friend, Joseph Ullmann. His company, Hydro, is the generous sponsor of this whole venue, including many perks around this exhibition, and to Mrs. Silvia of Antritz, who took care about the catering and so much more, and makes my stay in Jakarta so comfortable. Very grateful I am to the famous and fabulous woman and artist, Mrs. Katika Afandi. After all, it was her who first introduced me to the National Gallery of Indonesia. Also, I would like to thank the Indonesian Embassy in Vienna for supporting this exhibition. Now, a few words about my art. The title of the exhibition, Coziness in the Labyrinth of Dreams. My style, poetical surrealism. What do I mean to say with this title? I'm always on the lookout. On my travels through the continents, I gather sights, notions, desires, experiences, visions, pleasure, eroticism, and half-finished daydreams. With my vocabulary of good watercolors, I create paintings in the language of floating ideas, driven by the lively rhythm of the zest of life and my eager curiosity. Enriched with an ironic kind of playfulness. Even if my style was not so distinctive, I would be recognized by the titles alone. So please pay attention to the titles when looking through the paintings and through this exhibition. The colors and the use of gold leaf are perhaps the first things in my pictures and on my figures which attract attention and capture the gaze. They are an invitation to explore the content. so they become accessible to the patient observer. The compositions invite lingering, can also be left behind without a sense of being distracted. My world is not located behind the seven mountains, but has real origins. I unite concrete experience with spontaneous material. On my journeys, I am bound to sketch the landscapes in order to possess them. Then they belong to me for a lifetime. Often, inspiration is rooted in the secret moments of my childhood and in the wilderness of spontaneity. The compositions invite to evidence. The paintings don't give themselves away on the first day. Thank you.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, Excellencies, not to forget, good evening to all of you, and thank you very much for coming to this enjoyable evening tonight. I don't have much to add, as so much has been said. First, on the relations we have, how we prepared this exhibition for a couple of years. After all, it is only a few months ago that we celebrated the 60th anniversary of the beginning of the diplomatic relations between Austria and Indonesia, which we are still enjoying and developing. It was a lot of preparation. My thanks go to the team of the National Gallery and to the people of Andritz who helped, and to my staff who did the work to enable me to stand here today and talk to you. I also want to add a personal remark to Professor Kant, because it is true that I invited him as a representative of Austria to Oman, but it is also true that I already knew him for 20 years when that happened, and that is no coincidence. When he took his first step to become Indonesian foreign-born artist, which is a title of big pride for all of us, which makes him a connection between Austria and Indonesia, which makes him an Austrian ambassador for Indonesia and an Indonesian ambassador for Austria. Those days we actually met here in Indonesia when I think he opened his first exhibition in Bali. So it was a great pleasure when I heard from Pa Andre that we would be given space in this beautiful gallery to propose him, Professor Kant, to do this exhibition. This being said, I would just want to give a few personal remarks, what I feel when I see Professor Kant's works. I say to myself, when we are dreaming, what is the color of our dream? When we think of our two countries, what is the color of Indonesia? What is the color of Austria? It can be, I know that from Helmut Kant, it can be especially those millions of shades of green that he says he discovered here artistically, and where I must say, I love it here for all these shades of natural green. Think of it the next time you are stuck somewhere in Jakarta, you will always be in sight of a tree, and that is of green, and that is more than you can say of many European cities. It is a great thing. And I think that today we will see through the artist's eyes, through the eyes of this artist who has traveled so far, how many colors we can see and how vividly we can see them. So I hope that the travel through Helmut Kahn's labyrinth will give all of you, as it always gives to me, radiant and delightful moments that also bring us closer together. Shared experiences, shared colors that we see in Austria, colors that we see in Indonesia, that we enjoy together. And so, once again, I thank all of you who made it possible. Professor Kahn for doing this artwork, and last but very much not least, Josef Ulmer and Andritz, who as sponsors always discreetly stayed in the background but played a pivotal role in making all this possible. Thank you very much.
Okay, so first, yes, baby. First from the ambassador. It's up to you how many times you want to meet. Yes, only.
You two, yeah? Yeah, two.
So we can continue to the exhibition hall, and thank you for coming to this exhibition, and I hope you enjoy the exhibition. It will continue until May 11th. So after you see the exhibition, we have refreshment at the multifunction room. Setelah melihat pameran, kita ada sedikit snack dan makan malam di ruang serbaguna di belakang gedung A. Jadi dari pintu keluar ke arah kanan. Silakan. Please.
Hadirmu hanya sekilas di hidupku, namun meninggalkan luka tak terhapus oleh waktu. Tertawa hanya untuk tenangkan jiwa, namun yang kurasa hampa, semua hilang tak tersisa. Bayangkan, rasakan, bila semua berbalik kepadamu. Bayangkan, rasakan, bila kelak kau yang jadi diriku. Terdiam di tengah heningnya malam, mencoba untuk
She will handle it. Yeah. So you use the mic. Yes, yes, yes.
Which